So I wanted to find out some information, and I decided instead of going to Google, I wanted to go to the Chinese Google called Baidu. I just wanted to type in some information relevant to, well, things about China, basically what they can search for, what they can't search for. So my first search was basically Xi Jinping, the leader of the People's Republic of China, Commander-in-Chief, General Secretary, President. Xi Jinping and Winnie the Pooh. Now, if you go on Google, which I'll show you later, it would give you relevant websites. But Baidu, well, have a look. Nothing. No search results were found. So I went to a different one and I put Xi Jinping dictator. Guess what? No search results were found. Then I went into Baidu and I put Trump dictator. And I'm just showing you the screenshot of like 3 hits that I got on the page. Then I put in, does Xi Jinping look like Winnie the Pooh? Guess what? No results were found. So you don't have much freedom of access of information, even though these kind of things that I'm searching for are sort of like fun, joking things. There seems to be a lack of humor or a lack of information for people who want to find out maybe what's happening in the West. So it feels like it's censored by the government for sensitive kind of things. Now, I can do this on Google. I put in Xi Jinping Winnie the Pooh, and there you can see I got like 3 or 4 results. There are a lot more pages related to that, but that's just a screenshot of the first page. Which brings me on to the second topic for today, something which I have covered, but I wanted to do this in a Chinese perspective. I didn't want to do it in a European or a Western perspective. And I put in, same again, on the Chinese search engine Baidu. So, a VPN, is it legal or illegal in China? Something again which I have covered. There was a gentleman again today which he's covered multiple times saying a VPN is legal in China. And I wanted to go onto Baidu, the search engine in China, to find out what you can find out there. And I did find this. Here's a screenshot of it and we can read a little bit. According to the relevant laws, using a VPN to bypass the firewall is illegal. And this is according to the Temporary Administration of International Networking of Computer Information. That's where I got it from, or that's what Baidu leads you to. So this guy who was saying that there's it is legal, I think he was on the wrong website going to the telecommunications. You should have gone to the website that Baidu recommends you to go to, and then perhaps there you can read it. So do be aware of these people in China who may look quite serious and they may live in China, but they just give you misinformation. Now, when you're in China, yeah, you can use a VPN. You won't get stopped, and most people will let it go. You're not going to go to prison for it. But if you did something negative about China, like calling Xi Jinping Winnie the Pooh, for example, then it goes viral on TikTok, for example, which is the Chinese Douyin, or it goes on to YouTube or whatever. And it's a bad press and you're in China, then maybe you would get a knock on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning with the police asking if you'd like to come to the police station for a cup of tea. A cup of tea means I think you'll be put behind bars for a couple of hours or maybe a couple of days or something like that. So do be aware that there's a big influx of Chinese or China influencers done by Westerners saying everything is grand, everything is hunky-dory, everything is fine, everything is great. China's the safest place in the world. It has the best metro system. But if you go to Shenzhen, it may look very beautiful. Granted, okay, I'll give you that. But you don't have enough trains. Hong Kong, yep, it's part of China. It's not very beautiful, the subway system, but there are more trains. So which would you prefer, a beautiful subway or more trains? Get my drift of that? So this is what you can find on Chinese search engines, Baidu. It's freedom of speech, people say in China. Well, do they have related to a search engine? Well, I would say no to that one. God bless to all. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.